I've started over more times than I can count. But you know what? This time, I'm not chasing the skinny. I'm chasing peace, purpose, and presence.
Hola! Howdy! Hello, I'm Nikki. Howdy, friends. I'm Nikki. I have struggled with weight, pretty much my entire life. I've also struggled with consistency and that little darn voice in my head that will never be quiet. But I've also lost 50 pounds, kept it off, and I'd like to think built a pretty strong foundation along the way. This channel is for women who feel like they're never gonna lose the weight and you're never gonna figure it out. The women who have tried for the 111th time and are still willing to try again. Because I know that feeling. I've been there. I am there. Totally still there. But one thing I know is that we don't have to stay stuck. That we can rebuild, renew, and rise together. Sounds pretty awesome. I like that idea. Women are rising on up together. Look, I don't have it all figured out. Not even by a long shot. Is that what you say? Long shot? I'm still learning how to honor my body, lean on God, and walk in joy. But what I am is committed to showing up and sharing all the stuff. I mean, all the stuff. The tears, the triumphs, and everything in between.
This isn't about weight loss. This is about reclaiming the energy and the joy and the peace that I've given away to that voice in my head, to the stress in my life, and to the self-doubt for just way too long. I've spent years thinking about my body every single day, feeling frustrated, feeling stuck, feeling like I was made for so much more, but I couldn't quite get there. And honestly, I'm tired. I'm so tired. I'm tired of the mental weight. I'm tired of starting over and over and over again. I'm tired of being so hard on myself that when I know God never asked me to be perfect, He just asked me to show up. So I'm going to show up. And I'm going to show up for myself and for the life that I want to live, for those trails that I want to hike, for the family I want to fully be present for the adventures waiting on the other side of discipline. I want to feel strong again. I want to wake up with this abundance of energy, ready to go, ready to explode into life. I want to cook meals that nourish me. I want to walk through life with confidence, not because I hit a number on the scale, but because I know who I am and whose I am. And I want to stop living in this survival mode. I want to stop thinking about food all day long. I want to move beyond the cycle of gaining and losing and gaining and losing, so I can focus on more important things like becoming the woman God created me to be. This is about honoring my body as a temple of the Holy Spirit. It's about offering my daily habits as an act of worship. It's about walking in joy and truth and freedom, not in perfection. And I want to bring you with me. Because if you've been stuck in this same cycle, if you've said this is the last time for the 50th time, then maybe this journey is for you too. It's not about being ready. This is about being willing. And I am willing now to try again, to love myself along the way, and to believe that healing and wholesome are still possible.
Look, this isn't about a crash diet or some extreme challenge. This is about choosing to build rhythms that I can actually live with. I want to feel energized and peaceful and free. Oh my gosh, free! So I designed a version of the 75 Soft that is going to give structure without obsession. And if this girl is being honest, I just tried doing the 75 soft probably a week before and fell flat on my face after day 4, maybe 5, because I was making it all about restriction, a calorie deficit, and losing weight. And that just doesn't work for me. It has failed time and time and time again. I'm gonna bring back the joy. Every day, I'm gonna commit to one 45-minute workout. Some days that might look like a walk in the park. Other days it might be a strength day at the gym. Other days it might be bike riding. That's my absolute favorite. Other days it's trail running. So I'm gonna do whatever truly brings joy to me. It doesn't have to be intense. It just has to be purposeful and intentional. And intentional to me looks like joy. It looks like fun, something that just lifts my spirit. I used to rollerblade way back in the day. We're talking junior high days, but it brought me so much joy. And I have a pair of rollerblades in my closet. I might pull them out. Maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna be focusing on protein, fiber, and eating the rainbow when it comes to my diet, but I'm also gonna really listen to my body and listen to that hunger cue and ask myself some questions and just slow down a little bit. This is not about restricting. This is going to be about fueling my body, fueling my soul, fueling, well, just me. And cooking meals that feel good and taste good and bring me joy. Because bland old meals, diet food, they don't work for me. This girl loves to cook. I will figure it out. If I want pizza, I will eat pizza. I will figure out a way to make pizza. I'm going to be reading 10 pages a day, usually something either faith-based or mindset-focused. It helps quiet the noise and fill my spirit. So if I do some Bible time in the morning and maybe read 2 pages of the Bible, then I will probably only be reading 8 pages of my nonfiction book. And then I always end up going to fiction because I just love fiction. So I'll probably get a lot more reading in than necessary. And no alcohol. Not because I think it's bad, but because I want a clear mind, better sleep, and a body that feels refreshed and renewed and not depleted. And if I'm being honest with myself, when I have 1 or 2 drinks, none of that happens for me. And normally then I make bad food choices on top of it. I'm gonna shoot for drinking a gallon of water, but if I don't make it, totally okay with it. I'm gonna be sleeping at least 7 hours and journaling a few lines a day. But since I've been doing this, I started doing something that's bringing me joy, and it's doing a prayer walk in the morning, having my coffee first thing, and I've just been in a state of gratitude. This is how I reset my energy and my mind, one small step at a time. 75 Soft for me isn't about proving anything. It's about becoming somebody I want to live with every single day. Somebody that is vibrant and joyful and connected to God. This is what it looks like when I'm not trying to be perfect, but I'm still definitely trying. I start with some water, movement, a few deep breaths. Some days it's going to be a trail run. Some days it's just going to be a walk and a prayer. I feed myself well because I want energy, not just to get through the day, but to truly enjoy it. I work, I walk, I worship, I mess up again, I mess up some more, and then I start again. It's not polished. It is not Instagram pretty by any means. But you know what? It's mine. And I'm proud of the effort I'm making to live it and to live it with joy. If you've failed more times than you can count, if you've said, this is the last time for the 50th time, I see you. I am you. That desire to quit doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. But showing up anyway, that's where the strength is. You don't have to be perfect to inspire others. You just have to be real. You have to be you. Look, I'm still figuring out my relationship with Jesus. I don't always know what to say. I still have moments that I feel so far away from him, like another continent far away from him. You know what? He never stops drawing me close. On my hardest days, I worship while I walk. I cry when I journal, and I ask God to help me be faithful when I don't feel strong. And by golly, there are so many days and so many moments that I don't feel strong. This journey is not about willpower. It's about surrender. It's about choosing grace over guilt and presence over perfection. So if you're walking through this too, don't quit. Don't count yourself out. You are not disqualified from becoming the woman that God created you to be. Thank you for being here. Seriously, just by watching, you're saying yes to yourself and you're showing up for yourself. That's a super big deal. I guess I'm showing up for myself too. Kudos. Thank you. If something in this spoke to you, please subscribe and stick with me. I'll be sharing every part of this journey, the wins, the missteps, and the growth, and everything in between. The dirty, the ugly, the pretty. This space is for women who are tired, sick and tired of starting over again, tired of giving up, and ready to do things differently, with grace, with joy, and with God. So before you go, tell me in the comments, what's one thing you're gonna let go of this time around? For me, this time, I'm letting go of the focus of losing weight and focusing on a deficit and focusing on everything that makes me spiral. Let's rise together, you and I. Let's let go of the shame and pick up joy and discipline and grace. You're so worth the effort. I'm worth the effort. You're worth the effort. You're capable, and you're never alone in this, ever. Why can't I say that word? Subscribe. Subscribe. Apparently I'm a dork. So I'm Nikki. 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 What are you doing?